All right, so today's continued episode on wearing masks. If you missed it yesterday, I demonstrated how wearing a mask does not increase your carbon dioxide levels. Some of the things that we find with wearing a mask is that one, something's on our face that we're not familiar with. Think of a time when you've put on a sock wrong. You've never noticed your socks before, but if you get it just a little bit wrong, you feel it, you notice it. It's different inputs going to your brain. We don't wear masks all the time. So you put a mask on and suddenly you're having sensations that you've never had before. So your brain is going to be more aware of it. If you have breathing issues, if you have anxiety, claustrophobia, that's going to be heightened when we put something on. But it's not going to be a physiological change to your body. So it's not going to make you ill. Now, prolonged mask wearing can create moisture in the mask, and the moisture is what makes breathing harder because it's no longer as, I guess, porous for us to breathe in and out. And as well, there is a little bit of breath coming back, which increases humidity. Those of you that live in a dry climate and go to a humid climate can feel the difference in breathing. Humidity in the air does increase kind of the work of breathing a little bit, certainly the sensation of it. So those are some of the things that we're going to feel when we put a mask on, but again, we're not losing oxygen, we're not increasing carbon dioxide, so that's really important. So today we're going to talk about how do we get used to wearing a mask, because we're not used to it. So for those of you that are really anxious about it, what I would recommend you do is spend some time at home getting used to feeling your own breath kind of back on our face. So cup your hands gently around your face, not squishing your face, not squishing your face, gently around your face, and you're just going to practice breathing normally, not forcefully, in and out of your hands. Notice the air moving in and out of your nose. You should be nose breathing. And don't let it become work. Your breathing should be the same as if your hands were away from your face. So breathe 5 times hands at your face, 5 times hands away from your face, 5 times hand, and keep going back and forth and really try to make your breathing even and steady through that process. Work towards increasing the number of breaths you can do into your hands. Look out a window, distract yourself, feel calm and relaxed as all you're doing is changing that sensation. Once you start to get used to that, start putting the mask on. So if it's really something claustrophobic, hold the mask up to your face. Same thing, 5 breaths, 5 breaths. Notice that the things that you can feel different. I feel the mask on my face. I can feel my air on my face more than if this is away, but it's okay. Nothing's changing with my lungs. Nothing's changing within my body. Get used to that sensation. Then try wearing the mask. Again, we're doing this at home where we are safe. We can be relaxed. We can sit calmly, as opposed to never putting a mask on, putting it on when you get outside into the grocery store where you're already anxious about everybody else around you and you're scared about your breathing and you put this on. It's really doomed to fail for you. You are going to learn that you can't wear a mask instead of learning that you can wear a mask. So really important that you practice this at home. Get used to those sensations. That's all they are, is a different sensation. It will take time and effort in terms of practice and putting the time into practice to learn to be comfortable with a mask. If you're having to wear a mask for prolonged periods of time, check for moisture, change your mask. Take breaks. There's nothing wrong with going to a place where you're not near anyone else, preferably outside, taking your mask off and having a break. At that point in time, you're doing hand washing before and after putting on or taking off the mask. If your mask is damp, it goes in the garbage and you get a new mask. So it's different. It's something we haven't had to do before, but I really think that if we want to kind of move forward in the situation that we're in, we do have to adapt, and we are very capable of adapting Just takes a bit of time, practice, patience. Okay? Thanks for tuning in. Next week I'll probably take it a step further. Maybe I'll show what it's like to wear a mask while walking. Obviously, we don't, if we're outside in the great outdoors and we're exercising and no one's around us, we're not needing to wear a mask, but obviously we're going to be walking if we're in a grocery store. So I just want to demonstrate how that might change as well, which really it's not going to change our oxygen and CO2, but we'll expand on that, and I'll explain carbon dioxide in a little bit more detail because I realized that I may have jumped the gun. I think if you scroll through my feeds, you'll see that I have commented on how CO2 works in the past. So have a great weekend, everyone, and we'll see you next week.